KRFC Fort Collins. Get ready for some youth music. This is the Rhythms of Youth show. KRFC Fort Collins. Vincent is your host. I want to thank very much Jill Cush for teching the show. This is a Sunday late afternoon here in the wonderful city of Fort Collins for the Rhythms of Youth show. Before we get to our guests in the studio today, we have a little time to hear some local music. We have Forte 201, an 8-gal a cappella group from Poudre High School. All proceeds from this wonderful compilation available at forte201.com. All proceeds go to their arts department at Poudre High School. We're going to hear a couple songs off of this CD. We're going to start with Shenandoah, followed by In My Life.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, I'm bound away, cross the wide Missouri.
That is the group Forte 201 from Poudre High School. If you happen to be in Old Town Square this Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m., you will be able to see Forte 201 performing on the Ben & Jerry's patio, part of the Cream of the Crop Youth Music Project, sponsored by KRFC. Katie Clarke and Rebecca Lynch are with us. Hello, you two.
Hello.
Really nice to have you here, and we're going to be hearing some really cool music from the two of you. And Annelise Zaring is with us as well. Hello, Annelise.
Hi.
And gotten to know your music a bit lately from the Ben & Jerry's gigs, and you also played a Harbinger the Coffee spot, so really nice to have you here.
Thank you.
As well, with your eclectic violin, playing some Lindsey Stirling and some Bach and some fiddle music. All sorts of great stuff coming our way. Also, Raffi Workman is here. Hello, Raffi.
Hi.
It's awesome to have Raffi here. Raffi and her friend Alex are very interested in becoming radio show hosts. And Raffi, you are out at, tell us the school you go to.
I go to Lincoln.
So we're going to start talking here with Raffi for a moment. Now, you kind of tell us how you got interested in this whole radio host idea with your friend Alex.
Well, my dad has always listened to KRFC, and I kind of listen to it with him, especially like when we're in the car and stuff. And so when we heard that people were able to volunteer, I called up my friend Alex, who is in Denver right now, and we decided to come here.
Yeah. Well, it's really the direction the station really wants to go is to really making opportunities for the youth in town. So it's really a thrill to have you shadowing here today, and I have no doubt that there's going to be some great things happening for you and Alex here at the station.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you're going to be hanging out with us today. And I also want to give a kudos to Jacob Colbert. He is hanging out with Jill in the tech booth. You there, Jacob?
Yes, I'm here.
What a great radio voice you have.
Thank you, sir.
So tell us, you've heard about KRFC. You're wanting to get involved as well. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that KRFC was volunteer ran, and as soon as I did, I put in my 2 cents over here. Haven't quite got started yet. This will be my first day, but hopefully many, many more to come.
Nice to have you here. There's certainly plenty of opportunities for those that have a passion for radio, and it's a really great community place. So welcome aboard, Jacob.
Thank you, Vincent.
Also, later in the show, we're going to be hearing an interview with Carol Bennis, who is helping to coordinate the Jam, which is an event happening later in July, like a Battle of the Bands thing going on. So we're going to be hearing from Carol a little later in the show. And for starters, we're going to go to Katie and Rebecca, and this is, I believe, the first time you've both been in the studio here, in the Green Studio here. The connection made with Rose from Half Moon Arts, where you both go. And tell us a little bit about Half Moon Arts. We'll start with Katie.
Half Moon Arts is a cool after-school program for at-risk youth where we just provide like a safe environment for kids to come and work on art or music or whatever their passion is. Anything
you want to add to that, Rebecca?
That sums it up pretty much.
Yeah. Well, it's great getting to know Rose over there, and you actually have a really great space. I believe it's at 155 North College.
Yeah.
And there's some really good room up there, and kind of getting into different things. You have different art projects that you get support for, and there's actually going to be an event that I'm coordinating up at the Mishawaka, September 1st. We still haven't come up with a name, but it's going to be a fundraiser for Little Kids Rock. And we're going to have Half Moon Arts represented up there with some of your artwork. So I'm really thrilled about that. We're going to go into some music from the two of you. Now, Katie, you have your ukulele. And the first song the two of you are going to sing for us is Sea of Love, I believe?
Yes.
This is the Rhythms of Youth show.
Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. I wanna tell you how much I love you. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I wanna tell you how much the sea of love. And I wanna tell you how much I love you.
Nice job, you two.
Thanks.
Sounded great. Now, the ukulele is such a great instrument, and Katie, I thought you could talk about how you got started with playing the ukulele.
Well, I started playing last summer when I was going on a road trip with my family, and I couldn't fit my guitar in the car, so my dad bought me a ukulele so I could stay entertained.
Yeah, it's quite portable, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
A little easier to carry around than a guitar. It's about a third of the size, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. We're going to continue with the music here from Katie Clarke and Rebecca Lynch. And this next song, now I'm not familiar with Ingrid Michaelson. Tell us about Ingrid.
I don't know. She's one of my favorite artists. She has a wide variety of, fun pop, rock, folk.
Like indie pop stuff.
I don't know. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Happy music.
So the two of you singing this song, you got to know each other in choir with Mr. Paul Falk, who is just a kind of an icon, a vocal icon in town, I would say.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we met in choir. We met a long time ago, like 5th grade, but we actually became friends in choir this year. We were in the top group at Rocky.
Yep. And we just about a month ago just ended up singing together at Half Moon Arts, and it was just really great. So
to be in the top choir at Rocky is quite the accomplishment, actually.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So this next song from Katie and Rebecca on the Rhythms of Youth show, You and I.
Don't you worry there, my honey. We might not have any money, but we've got our love to pay the bills. Maybe I think you're cute and funny. Maybe I wanna do what bunnies do with you, if you know what I mean. Oh, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. Way up there, you and I, you and I. Well, you might be a bit confused,
And you might be a little bit bruised,
but baby, how we spoon like no one else.
so I will help you read those books,
If you will soothe my worried looks,
and we will put the lonesome on the shelf.
oh, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France.
Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. Way up there, you and I, you and I.
Oh, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France.
Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. Way up there, you and I, you and I.
Wow, that was awesome.
Thanks.
What a wonderful pick. I've never heard that song before.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Great. Ingrid Michaelson, and especially being in Colorado, the vision of being up on a mountain, that was
Yeah.
nice pick.
Thanks.
Wow. So when you two first sang that together, you just probably figured out that this was really going to work well.
Yeah,
Something
it's
about the
fun. 'Cause
dynamics.
I can't sing that high part
Yeah.
in the chorus, and she can, so it worked out really well.
Yeah.
Nice job. That was awesome. We're hearing Katie Clarke and Rebecca Lynch, KRFC 88.9 FM. Vincent, as your host, and again, Jill doing a wonderful job as the tech today, this Sunday afternoon. Now, going to the third and final song that you're going to be performing, Pitch Perfect. It's really been influential in the world of kind of educating and making people more aware of the acapella scene. I want to talk a little bit about that.
Well, Becca was in a cappella choir at school,
Yeah.
so I think that's been a part of our music lives a lot.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun to be in that group.
Well, let's pause for a moment because are you talking about Rocky?
Yes.
I didn't know that there was an a cappella
There's
group in Rocky.
2.
2 or
Three. There's three.
Three, yeah. There's 3 groups.
Sirens, which is a jazz girls group, and then Spotlight, which is a jazz mixed group, and then Echoes, which is
a classical type
chamber choir.
Mixed group, yeah.
Actually, I have. Yes, now that you mentioned that, I have heard of that. That's terrific that there's actually 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the movie Pitch Perfect, it's kind of astonishing what you can do with a cappella when you bring in the creativity and taking these wonderful modern and sometimes songs that have been around for quite some time and really injecting a new vision into those songs.
Yeah, it's been really cool. I don't know, I like how it's becoming a big deal.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. And now with the cup song, this is really fun because we have a microphone, condenser mic about a foot off the floor pointing to this cup. And in a moment here, we're going to get set up and get your mic adjusted to do that. And that must take quite a bit of practice to get that song down. There's a lot of intricacy with the cup. You're doing a lot of different things. You want to talk about that a little bit, Rebecca?
Well, at first I learned the vocals of the song, and I just love singing it so much. And then it was just weird because I was just singing it. So I was like, I really need to learn the cup part to it. So I learned it, but then I was having the hardest time getting them to go together. I think that's the hardest part. I mean, learning them separate was really easy, but then it took me like hours of practice to try and get them to go together and then finally get the rhythms all right. But it was pretty great.
We tried to do it where I played the cup and she sang, and that was a mess.
But yeah.
Well, that's really exciting. We're going to get set up here. We're going to hear the cup song from Rebecca Lynch here in just a moment. This is great. We now have a cup properly mic'd, and Rebecca's all set, hanging out on the floor here of KRFC's Green Studio. That's wonderful. So you're going to be singing, and unbeknownst to me originally, which is really cool, is Katie's going to accompany you and also play ukulele in this song. So this is really awesome. This is the cup song. You're listening to Katie Clarke and Rebecca Lynch on the Rhythms of Youth show.
I got my ticket for the long way round, 2 bottle whiskey for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long way round, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, but it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk, yeah. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long way round, 2 bottle whiskey for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
That was fantastic.
Thanks.
Nice job, you two. What a unique arrangement. That's really awesome. I love how you brought the ukulele in addition to the cup. That's really well done.
Thank you.
Really, really well done. That definitely took some work.
It
Get
did.
that. There's a lot of synchronization that has to go on there.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a struggle.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be gratifying knowing that you got that song down now that you can play it together.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting
Yeah.
to have it be down.
Awesome. Really fun. Katie Clarke and Rebecca Lynch, some great music you brought into the KRFC studio, your first time visiting here. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Both of you hanging out here. And again, looking forward to September 1st, Half Moon Arts up at the Mishawaka for a Little Kids Rock fundraiser. It's extremely exciting to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
We're going to hear an interview actually now that I had recently with Carol Bennis, who is putting on The Jam, which is a Battle of the Bands event happening later in July, and we're going to hear that right now. We are going to be speaking now with Carol Bennis, who is the live events manager of Town Square Media, upcoming in Old Heritage Park on Sunday, July 14th, noon to 6. The Jam, which is presented by Nebraska Western Community College and Jalazi. Hello, Carol. Tell us about this great event coming up.
Hi, Vincent. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the opportunity to tell you a little bit more about the Jam. We're so excited to be presenting this in Fort Collins. It's going to be a great afternoon of extreme sports demos, extreme experiences for anybody who's brave enough to give some of the activities a try. Lots of great food and lots of great music. We're so excited to be hosting 4 local youth bands, middle school, high school age bands who are here in northern Colorado. And our goal here is to give one of these 4 bands an opportunity to break through and have an opportunity to launch. Our prize package is really phenomenal. We're including everything from websites to a performance at a local venue, where our first place finisher will be the headliner and our second place finisher will be the opening band for the evening. And we're looking for opportunities to record an EP for our winning band. So we're pretty excited about what we have going on. We're very excited that our headline band for this particular event is going to be In the Whale. They got together growing up in Greeley and just recently moved to Denver, and they have been burning up the music scene in Denver. And we're really, really excited that they're going to be joining us, and they're pretty excited as well. So
That's quite the catch to get In the Whale.
why, yes, it is. You might say it's of biblical proportion. So it is, but they're really great guys, and their music is just wonderful. We're hoping it's going to be inspiring to our 4 finalist performers who are going to be on the stage that day. The whole event is going to be on Sunday, July 14th, Old Heritage Park, which is behind the Northside Aslan Community Center in Old Town, Fort Collins. We're going to be there from noon until 6, so it should be a nice afternoon.
And Carol, the way that you've gone about formatting this event, it's really geared toward the youth, and they're going to have a great time here.
Well, we really hope so. What we've tried to do is to pull together all the elements to deliver something that kids care about and like to do. So, and that's been our mantra with all of our events, but we're pretty excited about this one. We're really looking forward to see what kind of talent takes the stage and who's going to be our winning band. So it should be a great time.
So there definitely is more time for youth bands to get the information to you, and tell us the best way to do that.
Absolutely. There's still plenty of time to register until Sunday the 7th. Go to K99.com, click on the button that says The Jam, and it'll give you all the instructions, everything you need to do. You just need to upload a YouTube video of your band performing. You need to be between the ages of 13 and 19. On performance day, you can't be older than 19, and you can't be younger than 13 to take the stage. So we're looking for middle school, high school age bands.
And that would be all the members of the band fitting that age category.
Yes, that's correct. We're looking to help launch a middle school or high school age band.
Really want to thank Carol Bennis for stopping by the KRFC studio. And, of course, now her daughter Jane Bennis is a great musician, singer, and she's been on the Rhythms of Youth show a few times. So really great that her mom, Carol, is involved in this great event out here at the Jam, Sunday, July 14th, noon to 6 at Old Heritage Park. And we're going to continue along here at KRFC. You get to hang back and listen to Annelise play some kind of staggeringly good violin. No pressure, by the way, when I say that.
Oh, I understand.
And once again, I want to thank Rafi Workman for being here. What do you think so far, Rafi?
These guys are amazing. This is awesome.
And we also want to thank Jacob once again for hanging out with Jill back there in the studio. Thanks, Jacob.
Anytime, Vincent.
Hello, Annelise.
Hi there.
It's been a musical summer for you so far.
Yeah, definitely. I have you to thank for that.
Well, it's definitely a win-win sort of thing, because when I hear musicians, and this cup song was a wonderful example of them doing these duets together, I really like to support that. And I personally don't know of anybody else in town that does what you do. I mean, your friend Taylor is amazing, and she actually played earlier today at Harbinger, the coffee spot, and did a fantastic job. When you start bringing Lindsey Stirling songs into the mix, that really sets you apart.
Yeah, those are so much fun to play.
For those that don't know who Lindsey Stirling is, and increasingly more and more people, anybody that's heard her, just I think completely respects what she's doing. Tell us a little bit about Lindsey Stirling.
Lindsey has taken some modern songs and making, her own arrangements of them on the violin so that you can kind of expand the genre of music that you can play on a violin. And she makes some alternative and hip-hop and exciting kind of songs, and those are just so much fun to play. So I'll be playing a few of those today.
And we're going to start with a Lindsey Stirling song for your first one. This is called Spontaneous Me, Annelise Zaring on KRFC 88.9 FM. That was really nice, Annelise.
Thank you.
Really, really nice. You may applaud, yes. You know, it's funny when I was sitting by Coopersmith's, the fence that separates Coopersmith's patio from the Ben & Jerry's patio where you're playing, and there was a couple from Wyoming that was watching you play, and in between songs they looked at me and they just said, "She's a $60 ticket. Who is this person?" And you're upcoming, going to be a junior at Fossil. Mm-hmm. Tell us how long you've been playing violin.
I've been playing for a little over 7 years, and my thing was kind of classical music, and I take classical lessons, and a couple years ago I got into fiddle music, and a couple months ago I got into Lindsey Stirling. So I've been, going in between all of those different genres this summer.
And I find it very interesting to play solo violin for up to an hour at a time, which you do outside of Ben and Jerry's. First of all, it's a real workout, and you were surprised at how tiring that is. It's just watching you. There's a lot of physical movement that goes into that.
Yeah, because when when people are coming up and watching you and they're getting into it, then you want to like dance around and play faster, and then at the end, your arms just really hurt.
Well, this is really great. We're going to hear another Lindsey Stirling song, I believe.
Yeah, this was the first one that I learned, and this was the first song I heard from her, and I figured out how to play it, and yeah, so then I just kind of went crazy with everything.
Annelise Zaring. That was just terrific. Wow, nice job. Now, talking a little bit more about Lindsey Stirling, she's taking the violin, would you say, safe to say, as a lead instrument, and she has an assemblage of people. She does different collaborations, and she's just trying different things, Annelise. That's really inspiring to you.
Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. It's something that I've never seen before, and it's really fun to play with.
Mm-hmm. And what I love about the spirit of you playing is that you're really wanting to collaborate with these different arrangements, say, that Lindsey Stirling has. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, this one song, Radioactive, for example, that she did with Pentatonics, you need a cellist. So I'm thinking, okay, Yark McCartchuk just got a cello, and there's Jane Bennis just got a cello. So it's going to be fun to see how this evolves. There's also an a cappella group, Soul, who are interested in being a part of that song as well. So we're going to kind of see what happens here as we meld you into these different, with your permission, of course, these different arrangements that could be upcoming. That's really cool. We're having a great time here on the Rhythms of Youth show. I want to thank once again Jill for doing the great tech work, and want to thank Raffi Workman for being in here, hanging out. Any comments you want to make right now, Raff?
She is really amazing. It's hard to look away or anything from her.
Thank you.
Yeah. Really, really talented. Really talented. We want to also thank Katie Clarke and Rebecca Lynch hanging out, watching you play, and having a great time here. Now, you are going to do something quite different for this next song.
Yeah. This is a classical piece, but I like to play it here because it has a lot of different bow techniques and textures and stuff, and so it kind of emphasizes all the different things that you can do on a violin. And so, yeah, it's a classical song I learned about a year ago, but it's still a lot of fun to play.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
You're listening to KRFC 88.9 FM, and yeah, having a great time here in the studio. What do y'all think, ladies?
Wow. I don't even know.
You didn't sound so bad yourselves. This is really fun. The next song that we are going to be hearing is Lindsey Stirling's take on Phantom of the Opera, and I would just say that it's very interesting, Annelise, as you're getting set up there. I just wanted to mention about the video, because Lindsey is also really active in like editing the videos that are filmed for her video, and she did a very creative job. And when you watch this video, it basically turns into this rock jam, and then there's on the side of the stage there's a small chamber orchestra at part of the song. So there's so many different layers that she takes into this modernized version of Phantom of the Opera. Wouldn't you say, Annelise?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so basically, and this would be a dream of mine, is to have a whole band do this song with you ripping it on the violin. So I'm just putting that out there.
That would be pretty crazy.
It would be pretty crazy, yeah. So we're going to hear this version of Phantom of the Opera by Annelise Zaring. Wow. Wow. What a workout.
Yeah. Whew.
Wow.
That one is always so much fun to play.
Yeah.
That's just so great.
That's kind of astonishing, actually, watching you play that. You're only getting better each time you play that.
That's good to know.
Nice job. We have been having a great time here in the KRFC studio. And Rafi kind of thought it'd be fun to get your comments at this point, Rafi.
I love Phantom of the Opera, and I think she just totally nailed that.
Thank you.
And that's really true. So Rafi, again, with a friend Alex, looking to have an upcoming show here at KRFC, and we're going to do what we can to make that happen. Jacob, want to thank Jacob. Hey, thanks, Jacob. You're a new volunteer here. Thanks for being a part of hanging out here at the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity.
And, of course, we want to thank our artists, Katie Clarke and Rebecca Lynch. Thank you, too, for hanging out in the studio and giving us your music today.
Thanks for letting us be here.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely. And Half Moon Arts, once again, I think it's halfmoonarts.org is your website.
Yeah, sounds right.
And with Rose Moon, great lady over there. And Annelise, thanks again.
Yeah, no problem.
And we're going to hear another Lindsey Stirling song to end the show. And this song was, the video she made, again, was recorded here in Colorado. This is an original arrangement by Lindsey Stirling, done by Annelise Zaring, called Crystallize. I want to thank all of our guests for being here in the studio. I want to thank you all for listening. Andy B and Turn the Tables is coming up next.